From Divine Sister of the Light, Devyani sing, Isis channelings. Scorpio lunar eclipse, the gift of Medusa, resurrection of sacred sexuality and union. The new energy spiral, Phoenix rising that arrived in March 2023, that births new Earth, also brings the new us. And just like any birthing process, it involves spurts of new pathways and creativity and inspiration amid loss of the familiar and established routines and destinations, while necessitating long periods of rest, nourishment, and integration. As we approach the culmination of the eclipse gateway with the Scorpio lunar eclipse, the image I received for this was Medusa removing her mask as the terrifying Gordon to reveal her truth minus the projections and weight of expectations that society has heaped upon her down the ages. Medusa is in fact the very personification of the journey of the divine feminine goddess, Gaia, through the lens of patriarchal distortion. And if this is the time of the phoenix rising, rebirth, and transformation, then this is the story that needs to be redefined within and without. There are many faces of Medusa and the divine feminine: high priestess, maiden, mother, seductress, lover, embodiment of beauty, sensuality, sexuality, victimized, blamed and treated unfairly, monster, gorgon, ultimate symbol of protection, particularly of women and the oracles, and power of persecution for wrongdoings by mankind. Each face eliciting varied emotions depending on which lens you choose to perceive her through. And the same parallel is to be found in the journey of the goddess, divine feminine, Gaia. If this is truly to be the time of new birthing, transformation, and resurrection from the ashes of the old phoenix rising, then we have to widen our lens to allow for all faces of Medusa to integrate within, for she is all aspects mentioned above, and we are all, especially the acceptance and celebration of the aspects of sensuality and sexuality that prove to become her bane of existence. The New Earth spiral are riding on the highly charged creative energies of the sacred union of divine feminine and divine masculine within and without, and the sacred union of the many faces of the divine feminine within and without thus becomes an important aspect of this new resurrection for all. The Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse is also solar and lunar Beltane, that is union of the feminine and masculine forces within and without. It is the reclamation and the honoring of our self-love, sensuality, sexuality, and releasing all guilt, shame, and repression, to embody safe and nourishing sexual expression, not just an act of creation, but as a means of entering a state of deep, transcendental pleasure. The image I received of Medusa then for this gateway points to an opportunity for the feminine, within and without, to be released of the karmic burden of guilt, shame, victimization, and fears of abandonment, deep emotions that could be stirring up in this intense eclipse cauldron for processing, healing, and release. As she reclaims her sexuality and the power of pleasure and creation in order to reach her highest potential of fullness and fertility, creativity, that is womb power and erotic innocence. It is a powerful gateway for the masculine, within and without, to be released of the karmic burdens, that fear of rejection and ridicule, humiliation, emotions coming up for processing, healing, and release. Propelled the masculine to adopt control and power tactics over the feminine. As the moon is occulted in this eclipse, both have the opportunity to release the shackles of the past and reclaim healthy and safe expressions of passion, sexuality, and pleasure, that is resurrection of sacred sexuality and union. And light and grace and joy be the change you want to see. Sake na, from IsisChannelings.wordpress.com.